breaking news with Bitcoin's flash jump. Bitcoin had risen well above 73,000. Everything was looking great, but then the market shifted and it's crashed down to 60,000 3 different times. Most recently, the dip we're in right now. But are there signs starting to come into the market that something bigger is brewing? Some bigger alarm bells are sounding and things could get significantly worse than they are now. In this video, we're going to explore that topic. If it does get worse, how much worse, and when would it get worse? What are the things we look for? And then what should we be doing right now if it does get worse? And on top of all of that, is there a possibility that it's about to get much better right now and surprise most? We're going to also explore that, and you will leave this video with a sense of calm, a sense of clarity, and you're going to know exactly what to prepare for and be ready for as Bitcoin really starts to heat up. Let's get into it. Do you wish you were making more money in crypto? Do you want to recover those bad losses? Don't you just wish you can get buy and sell alerts right to your phone? I have good news and I have bad news. The good news, my indicator bundle is your answer. One-time payment, unlock it for life. My indicator bundle will send you money-making buy and sell alerts right to your phone, no matter which country you're in. It works with Bitcoin and all altcoins. It's great for day traders, swing traders, and long-term holders. Plus, this is the largest ever discount we've had. Sign up now and make 5 times more in this cycle with my indicator bundle. And now, the bad news. The time is almost out and you are about to miss out. Stop procrastinating and go sign up right now. Pay with crypto and save an extra $250. Plus, sign up right now and unlock 5 trade alerts valued at over $3,000 completely free. I literally can't make it any easier. Go to cryptocrewuniversity.com/sale. Give yourself this gift you can use for life. Go now. The clock is ticking. Time is almost out. cryptocrewuniversity.com/sale. Again, that's cryptocrewuniversity.com/sale. On US dollar index, we are on the 2-week chart. Above us, we have some price action with some very critical structure and a highly pivotal moving average, as well as this line right here. We're going to cover this red box, this white line, and this blue line. All 3 of them are playing a tremendous part of this Bitcoin's next major move, as well as below us. We have my favorite indicator known to man. This is the indicator I personally use to trade. It combines the 3 most powerful indicators and combines it into one. This is called my hybrid indicator. And my hybrid indicator had this little beautiful box up here at the top of our screen, this yellow box, which many weeks ago we entered into this box and we had a high in this box of 93, something we've only seen higher 4 other times in Bitcoin's entire history. In other words, this indicator, in the easiest way to understand it, is overbought, oversold. In other words, when we were in here at 93, the high majority of the herd was buying at this level. There's only been 4 higher levels in Bitcoin's whole history. In other words, this was one of the worst times to buy in Bitcoin's entire history. In fact, it was the 5th worst time to ever buy Bitcoin, up at 73,000. And the reason we knew this is we just looked at the data that's in front of us. That's why we put out a video when Bitcoin was above 73,000 using this exact chart well over a month ago. And this is what we had to say about Bitcoin sitting pretty above 73,000. Roll the clip. Attention cryptocurrency investors and traders. There is a major correction coming to the crypto space that will take the world by storm and surprise most, but it's going to present one of the best buying opportunities of this bull run if you've missed out so far. When Bitcoin was up there, we used this exact chart right here, my hybrid indicator. Now, my hybrid indicator is looking at this range of about 84 up to about 100. And we enter this range 2 times per cycle. One of them, the first one, is always before the market cycle top, and the second one is when we have a market cycle top. Then we move to the next cycle. We have one enter this area of the box before the market cycle top, and the second time we enter is at the market cycle top. Then we move to the next market cycle, 2018, enter here in the yellow before the market cycle top, and we enter a second time at the market cycle top. And what you want to look for is bearish divergence, right? Here at our market cycle top and the second top, we had a high and a higher high, and here we had a high and a lower high. Huge sign that the top was in, huge bearish divergence. We just had that again in our most recent cycle. We had a high here and a higher high here, and then we had a high here and a lower high here and a lower high here. Again, huge bearish divergence, screaming that the top is in. This chart has significant power on a multitude of time frames. It's incredible. This indicator can also be used in any altcoins as well. So the folks that have signed up to my indicator bundle, I'm going to send out a special email, and you'll have the option to sign up to this as well at a crazy discount, because I know a lot of people have been begging for me to. We usually never have this on sale. This goes with my courses. So we will unlock it if people want to sign up from the indicator bundle. So watch for an email in your inbox for that. But let's get back to the drawing board here. What we have is this indicator that has crashed down through this yellow box, and it's coming down fast to this white line. There's a couple of problems here. When you have enter into this yellow area, usually there is a subsequent fall down, which is why we put out a video at 73,000. Well, at the time it was like 73,500, that a big crash was coming that was going to surprise everybody. Now here we are a month and a half later, and now you see what I'm talking about. So what we have is each time we enter here, we do have a subsequent fall down. So a crash down back through this yellow area is not a point of a concern. What is critical is this white line. Why? Because back in 2017, we had enter this area the first time, and then we crashed down to this market structure, right? This market structure dates all the way back here to January 2011 in Bitcoin. Also support November 12th. Also resistance during this entire period of 2015 into 2016. Also resistance at this whole period in 2017. And then support during the part of the top of the market cycle during 2017. In other words, this white line is incredibly strong structure, and we do have a good opportunity to hold that here, right in front of our eyes as we speak. We're going to try to hold this market structure. It's pivotal. If the Bitcoin were to be able to hold the structure, that's very bullish, right? In the midst of a lot of bearishness happening, this would be very bullish to hold this as structure. What could really help us is a stochastic RSI cross on the weekly. That is still king, happens every 6 months, right on schedule. That is the one thing that can really save Bitcoin during the midst of what we're going through as we speak. But this video is all about, hey, are we going to crash a lot further? What I want to do is go further into the facts, lay out all of the facts for you. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to give an actual opinion of what I think is going to happen, as well as what you should be doing right now. So as we look at it, crash down through here, not a problem. Could hold support, although there's some occasions like this one that we crashed all the way down into this structure down here. We actually did that back here as well in 2019. Came up into this area, crashed all the way back down to hold this as support. So we'll have those two data points as our worst case scenario. Both of them were about 75% corrections. We do not want that for Bitcoin, but it's definitely in the cards. It's happened literally 2 times. Right here in 2013 and right here in 2019. We hope that this is not the case, because both of them we still stayed in a bull run, right? There was no change in market. We didn't change to a bear market. We tested our market structure here, and here we retested some short-lived market structure, but we were just so overwhelmingly bullish at the time that this was our breather. But both of them came down into the same area, right? So is that still in the cards? It would be dishonest for us to say, no, that's not possible. This time is different. Well, we've done it literally twice, so it's definitely possible. From Mark, Steve's education made all the difference. We profited $50,000. From Dr. George, in just 1 week, I made $70,000 profit using Steve's indicators. Carl, I made 300% trade with his system. Go now. The clock is ticking. CryptoCrewUniversity.com/sale. We don't enter this area very often, right? You can literally count it on your hands. 2 of the times we entered, we had a 73% correction, right? Yes, it's definitely possible. Now, is it probable? That's a better question. So in 2017, we respected the structure, continued the rally, and we only had about a 30 to 35% correction during these 2 different points that we touched down to our structure. So is that a possibility? Sure. There's literally 2 right here where we had a 35% correction coming right into this structure here. So have we had a 30 to 35% correction yet? No, we haven't. We've had roughly a 19% correction, right? So is it possible to correct more down to this market structure? Sure, absolutely. So once we have this in our sights and we understand what this indicator is telling us, let's go to price action because price action is king. 3 different points of discussion with price action. This red box, number 1, this white line, number 2, and this blue line, number 3. Let's get to price action and we'll start with this red box. So why did I draw this red box? This is the structure we're in at the moment. If this structure breaks, we're going to talk about the white line and the blue line. But first, the red box. The red box dates all the way back to 2021 when we rallied into this price channel here, met with heavy resistance. It started with this candle on February 15th, 2021. If you pull up the 2-week chart and you look at February 15th, 2021, this came into exactly that structure and then was sold off horrifically. But we had so much bullish momentum that we spent all of the next several months as resistance into that area, wicking into it from time to time, but mainly resistance. Then we had a big correction. Then we went on another rally. Rally where? Back into this area. And we were met with heavy resistance, but we reached the top of this box. So during 2021, we created the bottom and the top of this box with our structure. Look no further than what we're doing now, right? This was the most bullish candle on the entire chart of the entire bull run. Make no mistake about it, this candle right here. And it rallied right to the top of our box, the same exact top that this wick from November 2021 created. We closed our body at the same level. Coincidence? I think not. We went the next candle with the body still closing below the top of our box. We went the next candle after that with the body still closing below the top of our box. We went the next candle after that with the body still closing below the top of our box. In other words, 2, 4, 6, 8 weeks in a row, resistance at exactly the same area that was projected back in 2021. It's the same area. So the bottom of our box is at roughly 58, just below 59K. And the top of our box is at roughly just below 70K. So these are the 2 areas of our red box. And this at the moment is incredibly strong resistance and support. Support at the bottom, resistance at the top, specifically with the bodies of the candles. Okay. Now, this is our structure that we're in literally at the moment. And if this is broken, it would be because the stochastic RSI would still be to the downside. That's the only way that our structure would be broken is if you look at the weekly chart and you see the stochastic RSI with the red line or orange line still on top and it's still down below this 20 area, that would be the only reason why we would break structure. If we were to break structure, our next level is this white line, which I told you I would talk about. That's at about 52.5, which also coincides with this blue line at the moment. This blue line is a moving average, right? You can see this on your chart right here. The inputs are here, the style is here, and we are on the 2-week chart. And what you'll notice about this blue line is that through Bitcoin's entire history of bull markets, we usually hold this blue line as support. In fact, even dating back to this huge crash that we saw here, we were still holding support at the blue line. In other words, every time we've entered into this area with our indicator, we usually crash down to the blue line. Case in point here, case in point all through here and all through here. Every time that we break the blue line, usually it spells some sort of disaster coming, right? Now, what we have in front of our eyes the blue line and the white line are sort of coinciding. Keep in mind, this blue line is a moving average, so it's rising by the day. I showed you this a few weeks ago when it was at 50. Now it's up here almost at 53, rising every day. It's a moving average. So we have that on our side. We have some structure rising on our side. We have support rising on our side, and we're still in this red box structure at the moment. So then the question becomes, well, if this were to get worse, how much worse could it get? And what should I look? Well, in our previous video, we told you about this monthly close. This is no joke, and nobody's going to be watching the 2-month chart. Definitely not the herd, that's for sure. But I want you to watch this candle on the 2-month chart and watch its close and compare it with what I showed you in the prior video. But more importantly, the stochastic RSI. This is still the star of the show. Until we start having a stochastic RSI cross up, we have no chance to get above 73,000. And we're having some uncertainty in the air. The bears have taken control and the bulls are looking for answers and they haven't found one. And that's our structure. The bulls have tried to protect this structure for the past several weeks. And the only way we would break this is if we look next week or the week after and our stochastic RSI is still below the 20 level. If that's the case, we definitely have a chance to break this market structure that we've been creating. And we would fall to the next line and have our blue line try to catch us and this white line try to catch us. That's what the story would be. However, one wrench to throw in the mix, and we don't know how this candle is going to close yet, but this 2-month candle could mean even further downside action and more months of recovery. More on that later. But for the meantime, we're still in a bull market. There's nothing that has changed that at the moment. We could have a rough couple of months ahead. But again, that stochastic RSI could make a great couple of months ahead. It really comes down to the stochastic RSI, which happens about every 6 months. That is what could push us finally back above 73 and null and void everything else. It really boils down to that. So that's what I want you to focus on going forward. I want you to remain level-headed. I want you to trade way less. I don't want you to sell and try to time the market when you buy back in. That's what the herd does. It never wins. There's no professional trader that does that. We use strategic approaches that minimize risks, maximize rewards. And again, if you sign up to the indicator bundle, you're going to get 5 trade alerts, and it would be really, 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 really hard not to make a lot of money with those 5 trade alerts if you follow exactly what those trade alerts say. I'll leave you on that note. Another triple upload. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you back here in the next video. This is our road to 500,000. Check out what my indicator bundle can do. BitShib USD turned 10,000 into 30,000 with this quick buy and this quick sell. Bitcoin turned $10,000 into 147,000. Ethereum turned 10,000 into 270,000. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Don't miss out. Clock is ticking. Do you want to make 5 times more this cycle? Sign up now before it's too late. The clock is ticking and time is almost out. Get money-making buy and sell alerts right to your phone. Pay with crypto and save an extra $250. Go now. Clock is ticking. CryptoCrewUniversity.com/sale.